Vamos para allá. Primero los 3 cerditos. Vamos para los 3 cerditos. Vamos. Hay muchos para ver, ¿eh? Hay bastantes, porque sigue la lista de objetivos hacia abajo, ¿eh? Vamos para acá. Bien, podemos pasar de los enemigos, no hay drama. Creo. Ah, hay un puto tablón de anuncios. ¿Esto qué es? ¿Esto es en serio? Pero no hay mapa, ¿no? No puedo ver el mapa. Acojo a niños no deseados. Bruja. No te ofrezco. Se busca, así como sospechoso. Qué loca está la oca.
What did you do then?
Dropped a duck egg in the swan's nest.
Contract from the goose.
The Emperor of Nilfgaard.
That's new.
He's come out to show off his new robe.
De oca a oca. Esto es una misión aparte. Ve a la casa de la oca. ¿Qué está pasando? Hola. Hola, ¿es una misión secundaria? ¿La casa de la oca? Vamos a la casa de la oca primero. No entiendo nada. No hay mapa, pero acabo de aceptar una misión secundaria. No hay mapa. O sea, ¿qué carajo está pasando? Me fumé algo fuerte hoy, ¿Cómo está mi espada? Porque está en las últimas, No quiero que le pase nada. 43%, cuidado, Necesitamos encontrar algo para repararla. Algo tenemos que encontrar, loco. Pasamos de estos, pasamos.
Looks like Big Bad's already blown down the houses of straw and sticks. Brick's the only one left. Doesn't seem to be at home.
La casa de la oca, tenemos para encontrar la oca.
A feather, broken. There was a fight.
Carajo, loco.
Goose feathers. Must have been flapping its wings. Or did it just get plucked?
Watch out, pixies.
Los duendes de mierda.
What? Lost your nerve?
Ella me ayuda en combate, ¿no? Creo que sí. Es que voy a... Al salir de acá voy a llegar al combate contra el... Contra el puto vampiro hecho mierda, Vamos. Ese FPS. Una especie de campamento. De otra barba roja y es un... ¿Esto qué es? ¿Puedo pelear con espada de acero contra estos o...? No, claro, es de plata porque son con ilusiones, o sea, por más que parezcan humanos. Se me bajaron los FPS, se me fueron a la verga, Barba roja. Allá. Yo los FPS, loco, que le pasan. Esto es cine, O sea, esta parte del juego es puto cine, O sea, cambió el juego brutalmente.
Here it is. Got it.
Tenemos la llave, mis FPS ayuda. Haciendo tan mal los ojos. La oca es free.
Good thing you posted that notice. Never would have found you otherwise.
¡Ojo!
Oh look, she laid a golden egg for you.
If only all my employers were that generous. Would have preferred a magic bean, but not about to complain.
Nuevo objeto recibido, huevo dorado. Vámonos. Cine.
Did you really travel all the way here
Nature of the job.
I don't believe it. You must have had another reason.
Well, spent a few idyllic months in Beauclair some time past. Part of me wanted to come back, I think.
Oh yes. Visit Toussaint once and you'll always long for return.
Ok, sí, puede ser. Cine, loco. Cine, sinón, O sea, no tiene sentido lo que acaba de pasar. Acabo de liberar la boca y era un pato que hablaba. Bien. Los 3 cerditos, a ver. ¿Qué pasa, fieras? Va a venir un hombre lobo, ¿no? Ah, son cerdos.
They didn't like that.
Puta madre. ¿Qué, loco? Rompo una casa y de tres cerdo adentro. ¿Dónde va? ¿Dónde va? ¿Dónde va? Vení, vení. Vení, tonterrón. Están las últimas, mi espada, ¿eh? En serio, no quiero que se me rompa. Busquemos el frijol de mierda este. Acabo de matar un cuento de hadas. Bien. ¿Acá? ¿Acá? Frijol acá, ¿eh? Ah, no, es la casa rota. Acá. Frijol azul.
The big bad witcher huffed and puffed, and look, gotta be.
It cannot be.
What cannot be?
You actually have a sense of humor.
Soy graciosito de vez en cuando. Atrofiado, pero ahí está.
Stunted a bit, but yeah, it's there.
Well, well, aren't you full of surprises? What else are you hiding behind that gruff exterior?
Not a bad singer. Do a pretty mean rendition of The Maids of Vicovaro, for instance. But some other time, maybe.
Sí, mejor otro tiempo.
But here we are chatting away when there's work to do. We must keep looking.
Este juego es maravilloso. O sea, el cambio que hizo este juego ahora mismo en general es que no me lo esperaba para nada.
You like it here?
No, got a problem with magic in general. Illusions, portals, all that. Don't trust any of it.
A bow of old-fashioned tastes, eh?
Vámonos. Impresionante, loco. O sea, lo que cambió completamente el juego ahora mismo. Duendes, paso de ellos. Vámonos. Visita a los tres osos. Los tres ositos. Bueno, agárratela con los tres ositos, la que me cae,
Did you like Anna Henrietta?
Jest, I adored her. My darling little sis. So adorable. So sweet.
¿Esto qué?
Yet when they banished me from the palace, she didn't so much as peek out of the window.
She might not
Oh.
have known. Maybe just couldn't.
And could she also not grant me amnesty when she was crowned? Please.
Es verdad, es verdad. Tienes razón, es verdad, raro. Luego feroz. Este se equivocó de cuento.
Can we talk?
Watch my head! Damn it all! I swear that was the last time I drank with Redbeard. Oh,
Estoy jugando
Fiona,
Shrek, el juego.
bloody long time it's been. You've changed.
Estoy jugando el puto juego de
Whereas
Shrek.
you, not at all, big bad wolf. Though it seems you've started
Es una
running
maravilla,
with the
loco.
wrong crowd.
And who should I run with, eh? Thumbelina? One shot and she's under the table. But, what brings you?
Venimos por el... buscamos el frijoles. Tómate algo con nosotros.
You could always have a drink with us.
Oh, what now? Not on your life.
Sí, te veo muy mal,
I'm so hungover.
Juego de cine. Ahora
You
mismo
know
el
what
nivel
they
de cine
say
aumentó
about the hair
mucho.
of the dog?
Out of the question. And why must you drink? Do you wish to drown some sorrow? And I don't mean to pry, but you don't look much like a young duchess to me.
They stripped me of my title and birthright, then banished me. A family spat, let's say.
Sí, es una riña familiar
Listen,
seguro.
looking for magic beans. Seen any?
I was given one for safekeeping, but...
Where is
Dámelo.
it? Talk!
Shh, not so loud.
Oh, I can be much louder than this. And resort to other means of persuasion.
Right there, the threats. Sienna to a T. Listen, I exist to restage a fairy tale. If you want to
Caperucita
play,
Roja tiró la pata,
I'll be
no.
happy to oblige. But it won't be easy. The thing is, little Red Riding Hoods.
¿Cómo que murió? ¿Qué pasó?
1,000 times they cut my gut open, filled it full of rocks, and drowned me in the river. So once you stopped coming, I decided to repay the little imp for all her loving labor. But now it's at the bottom of the well, she and the hunter, which means we can't play, and I'm under no obligation to talk to you, not about beans, nor anything else. So leave me be. Sod off.
Puta que no parió. Se la rajó, no va. Es increíble. Es un lobo muy quisquilloso.
Wolf's pretty cranky.
Surprised? Think about it. He was cast in the role of the nemesis without ever asking for it.
No, eso
It's
seguro.
a duck's life, I tell you.
¿Y ahora qué?
So, what now?
Don't worry. I'll play with him. Or rather, play him. I just need that little red hood. A piece of apparel, that is. Not the poor girl's corpse.
That's a relief.
You wish to help me? Here's your chance. Jump in the well and fish it out. Well, chop chop.
Vamos, vamos, sí, sí, vamos. Ahora mismo voy. Esto es maravilloso, loco. En serio, o sea, el nivel del juego ahora mismo es loco.
All right. Time to jump in the well.
Break a leg.
Bueno, espero que no me la rompa. Bueno, acá estamos. Mamita. Mamita, la capezucita roja acá muerta, la puta de la parió. Ay, este juego se acaba de superar, pero por 1000% con esta parte. No tiene sentido esta parte, es cine. Literal. Estoy jugando el juego de Shrek, o sea, me equivoqué y todo, loco. Mamita. Para arriba. Bien. ¿Por qué? ¿Caballo, perro, gato? ¿Qué está pasando?
That would never fit you. Give it to me. How do I look?
Ojo, no me queda mal, ¿eh?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Let's go see the big bad wolf.
Let me guess. You'll play the granddaughter.
And you, the hunter.
Se transformó en una porno esto. Me parece correcto.
You
Ahí está,
again?
que decía,
I
llegó
thought
bien.
I was clear. I will not talk to you if little Red Riding Hood is not with you.
Acá está Caperucita Roja.
Not a problem. Sienna can take her place.
What? Very well. It's not as if I can forbid you. Granddaughter, come closer, sweetie.
But Grandmama, what big eyes you have.
Better to see you with, my dear.
Qué maravilla, loco.
What big arms you have.
Better to embrace you with, my dear.
And Grandmama, what big teeth you have. Eh?
The better to eat you with, my dear.
Qué maravilla. Qué puta maravilla.
What? Lost your nerve?
Puta maravilla, loco. Qué puta maravilla, loco. En serio.
Remember what Joss said about the red bean. A human has it, and he definitely didn't swallow it.
Gotta open his belly.
Bien. Me parece correcto.
Bottle caps, fake teeth, a corkscrew,
Saca corcha.
red bean.
Perfecto. Literal rojo.
Well then, one step closer to our goal.
Bien. Y hay cuentos que no son, o sea, que no tienen el objetivo. Bien, interesante.
What?
Now, I find myself wondering if you're just horribly discreet, or if those mutations completely scrubbed away your curiosity. Are you really not interested in what happened? In what became of me after they cast me out?
Sí, por supuesto. ¿Por qué no? Está bien, cuéntame qué te ocurrió. Eres menos interesante de lo que piensas.
Well, since you brought it up, I'd gladly hear the rest. Let's see. I had escorted you out of the duchy.
Yes, and the noble knights of Toussaint, I didn't stop until we reached the Ketdu wilderness. They left me there alone, without a copper, in a torn lace dress, right when the frosts were setting in. They assumed something would eat me, or that I'd do everyone a favor and die of hunger. But as always, I failed to live up to expectations. I wandered the woods for a week, went purple from the cold, gnawed the bark from twigs. Finally, I saw a light among the trees. A campsite. They were bandits, bearded, drunk, spattered with blood. I was sure they'd rape me or kill me. Or both.
Take it neither happened?
That's when I learned a robber and a murderer can be a better man than a knight in shining armor. They took me in, we set off for Nazaire, and I did what I could to repay them. I advanced in their ranks rather quickly. Eventually, I became their leader. Of the whole ragged band.
Interesante. Tal vez deberías haber quedado así.
Should have stayed there, maybe.
Perhaps. Perhaps I should have forgotten everything.
Claro, sí,
started
hubiera
a
sido
new
la
life.
mejor decisión quizás.
But you know what? There came a point when I thought, you wanted a monster. Then a monster you shall get.
Ok, interesante. Pues muy interesante, ¿eh?
Been
La
through
historia,
a
loco.
lot.
I have. And throughout this time, my sister was stomping grapes and shagging minstrels on down bedding.
She wasn't the one to banish you.
And I'm not angry at her for that. I'm angry at her because she forgot about me. Right. We've had our chat. Come.
Vamos. Buah, es que esto va a ser una movida, porque después que la saque de acá la tengo que llevar con el vampiringo. Es que va a ser una movida, ¿eh? Estamos muy tocados, cuidado, ¿eh? Que nos tenemos que ir curando de a poco. ¿Hay algo de loot por acá? Esta es la casa de... Me llevé todos los objetos eso. Ojo que podemos entrar a la casa, que sí. Tendrás acá algo para oro mágico. ¿Pero esto qué es? Moneda de cambio después. Vale más que el peso argentino el oro mágico de acá. O bueno. Cine. No tengo nada, ¿no? Para reparar las espadas. Es que las tengo las últimas. 23% más mits. Vamos. Veamos qué podemos hacer. A ver si con suerte se puede resolver de forma friendly el próximo enfrentamiento. Bueno, son osos, no
Three
creo, ¿no?
bears. One a bit too big, the other too small, the third just right.
Están durmiendo, caminamos lento y lo tenemos, creo yo, ¿eh? No lo puedo creer.
Long
Mierda.
curls. Rest of the body's too mutilated. Hard to say anything.
Always took what she wanted.
Here, gotta keep looking.
Increíble. Ahí se comió nuestros frijoles, pues sí, lo lamento, crack. Ahora me los comí a ustedes también. Comida mágica, claro, le robas el coso y se despiertan. Esto es increíble, es cine avanzado, ¿eh? Lo que acaba de pasar. Vámonos, siguiente. Increíble, loco, no, esta misión no tiene puto sentido de tan buena que es. Es que no tiene sentido, pero es demasiado buena, loco. Es increíble, increíble, increíble. Bueno. Cuidado. Yo pasaría de todos estos. Ojo, ¿y esto? Mierda, ¿cuánto sería acá, loco? Allá. Habla con la chica que vende fósforo.
Think it's got something to show us.
It's not to be trusted.
This long logs tower?
Indeed. It's even taller than I remembered.
Wait. What Joss said about the third beam, remember?
In the possession of a bold
¿Y esa persona quién es?
deep beneath the ground. Yes, this must be it. Let's go.
Such exquisite robes!
Only one thing to
Words
go.
stunning, are
Concentrate,
they
Geralt.
not? My new robes absolutely stunning.
Buenas, niño.
Care for a cigarillo? A bit of tobacco? A dab of fistic,
Un poquito de droga me gustaría ahora mismo.
What tale are you from?
sold flints when I was a lass. But no one bought them, so I branched out.
Tuve que diversificar, ahora vendo droga. ¿Qué van a querer guapos? ¿Pero esto qué es? Esto es cine.
Magic beans. Do you have any?
If it's not the new name of some kicker I already have, dear. No. But maybe you'd like some.
Hey, where'd you get that ribbon? That's mine.
Is that so? Then why was it lying in the bushes? Finders
El que
keepers.
se lo encuentra se lo queda cariño, pero bueno. ¿Qué pasa con el lazo?
The ribbon. Mind explaining what the fuss is about?
There's not much to explain. I got it from a Turius Vigo when I was a child. It was to protect me from evil. It clearly didn't
Sí.
work, given how I ended up.
But it means a lot to you.
How should I put this? I have so few mementos from my childhood, and the ribbon reminds me of the good old days, when I was someone else.
Dears, could you continue this touching scene elsewhere? You're scaring away my customers.
Ay, el gato con el sombrero, ay, Dios mío. Que me fumé. Bien.
Give Sienna the ribbon. Why not, huh?
Sugar plum. The only thing I hand out for free is a first hit. To get them to come back for a second, of course. For all else,
Okay,
you've
okay.
got to pay.
What if I
Okay.
asked you nicely?
Ask me nicely and I might play you for it. A round of cards?
No voy a jugar al buen. Te pagaré 500 por el lazo. Juguemos a las cartas. ¿Qué más cosas venden? Te pagaré 500 por el lazo.
I'll pay you for the ribbon. This enough?
It's enough. Now go away.
All right. Tell me
Te digo.
What?
what you want in return. You're not doing this out of the kindness of your heart.
Don't want anything in return.
I... Thank you.
De nada, crack. Pues lo hicimos todo. Nos queda la última nada más. Encuentra los 3 frijoles mágicos. Habla con Rapulser. Cerca. Ahí en la torre. ¿Podemos evitar pelear contra esta gente? Diría que podemos. Vamos a evitarlos. Vení, a ver si viene conmigo esta chica.
It always grapple up afraid in the past. See it anyway.
We'll find another way up.
Otra forma de subir por acá. Parkour.
Could pull myself up here, and I'll have to make that jump.
If you say so, I shall wait down here if it's all the same. Climbing's not my strong suit.
Prince's corpse. Tried to free Longlocks, but fell and...
Pero casi se rompió el cuello. Razonable. Muy alto. ¿Qué va a haber arriba? Voy a tomar una poción de rayo con lo que haya arriba. ¿Por qué? Porque además estoy solo, porque ella se va a quedar abajo. Y la espada tengo pocos golpes para darle, evidentemente, porque la tengo medio rota. No sé si se puede romper del todo, espero que no. Bien, por acá. Todo lo que hago, loco, para sacarla de la ciudad y que vaya a hablar con el chabón ese, la puta de la pared. Y eso va a terminar mal, lo voy a tener que matar, obviamente. Obviamente. No creo que lo pueda convencer, loco. Más arriba. Hola. Ay, mamita. Demasiado tarde. Ay, Dios mío, esto es cine, esto es cine. Mucho cine, loco, la verdad. O sea, cines a niveles insospechados. ¿Qué es un maldito? ¿Qué será? Sí. Espectro será.
Come on.
Ya. Ah, y se recupera la vida. Bueno, esto va a ser más complicado. Creo que me puede matar, Estoy ahorrando la poción hasta lo último, pero me puede matar la hija de puta. Si quiere. Matar rápido a estos. Bien, le hice una captura del juego sin querer. Hija de puta. Buah, toque, Se arrancó con su propio pelo, pues sí. La verdad que sí. Gracioso, ¿no? Bola de oro, hilo de oro. Me lo llevo. Bueno, la que me cayó, ¿no? Bueno, la que se hizo caer. Comida mágica. Mamita. Juguetes caros y frijol amarillo.
Here it is. Would have stunk to climb all that way for nothing.
Bien, volvemos. ¿Puedo bajar de alguna forma o...? Acá la típica... Y si... No puedo usar la cuerda. ¡Dios! Hay agua, ¿no? Me salió bien.
So?
Got the bean, but long logs.
Sí, no
Seems
quería
she
esperar
got
más.
sick of waiting for a knight in shining armor.
Can you blame her? Men these days, dandies and fops all.
That why you cozied up to a vampire?
Detlef was a tool, and only a tool.
Too bad he didn't know that.
I trust no one. Learned that long ago. Now it's his turn.
¿Tenías planeado utilizarlo desde el principio?
To use
Buena
it.
pregunta.
Was that your plan from the start?
No. At first I was simply intrigued. Do you know the story? It was in Metina, a few years past. I'd gone there to pass some loot off to a fence I know. We were hashing out the terms when in walked Detlef. He said he'd come to sell a silver candlestick. He gripped it through a cloth. That caught my eye. I followed him out, observed him from a distance, but he caught on quickly.
Obviamente.
Yeah, superhuman senses will do that.
He turned down a blind alley. I followed. He jumped out from behind a crate, baring his teeth. I suppose he'd wanted to frighten me. Alas, he didn't in the least.
Sí.
After all,
De cierta forma,
I'm
sí.
a monster too, am I not?
¿Qué pasó luego? ¿No te asesinaste de vampiro, de verdad?
A higher vampire and you were unimpressed? Don't know if that's brave or just plain foolish.
I've always had a way with ostensibly dangerous, quiet types.
That's supposed to be about me too?
Ugh, brother, I hate to disappoint you, Geralt, but your belly button is not the center of the known world. Though, you do remind me of him a bit. Stifling all emotions inside you, ever feigning indifference. You see, when I met Detlef, somehow I knew, call it intuition, that he meant me no harm, that he was trying to frighten me off, for he too was scared.
Ok.
Now do you understand?
I guess.
¿Qué pasó luego?
What happened then?
We talked, then met up once, twice, 3 times, enough that he became infatuated. I truly enjoyed it at first, but only at first. He did not love like a man, but like an animal, madly, deeply, unconditionally, wildly. To return such a feeling, anyone would be hard-pressed, let alone someone as twisted as I am.
So there came a day you just up and disappeared.
Claro, ahí hizo su plan.
There was no other way. Let's just be friends, or I don't deserve you. He'd never have
Sí, no lo habría
understood.
entendido. Supongo que no. Por cómo piensa,
But
por lo
then,
que estamos
once
viendo,
I
no.
decided to return, clean up some old affairs, I remembered him and concluded he could still be of use.
Playing with fire, that.
Definitely. And either I'll get burned or I'll burn all else down. No other options.
Bien. ¿No tienes miedo de encontrarte con él? Porque te voy a llevar con él.
History with Detlef now, so this meeting will be different. Not afraid?
I
Literal.
can handle him.
Mm-hmm. Sure about that?
You look at him as a witcher and see a monster. I know what he's really like.
Ok.
You needn't worry.
Veremos.
It's time to go. Just a bit more work and we'll be able to say sort off to this fecking fable sphere. Now we
Vamos.
just plant them by the path near Longlock's tower. Then prepare to meet the giants.
Vamos a tener que matar a estos primero. Mierda, son un par, ¿no? Claro, se fueron. Mierda. Claro que no tenemos golondrina, no tenemos una verga. ¿Dónde está esta? Para ayudarme un poquito. Que sea. Mamita.
This is the spot. Pull out the beads.
Acá. Mamita, vámonos de acá. La que me está cayendo. Y nos queda el gigante probablemente arriba, loco.
Wait!
Why?
This stalk will sprout abruptly. Very abruptly. We must be careful.
Ok.
All right, toss them.
Pues...
Something's always gotta go wrong.
The home stretch.
Bien, vamos para allá. Qué buena esta parte, loco. Excelente. Excelente, mucho nivel, mucho nivelón, Excelente, mucho nivel, mucho nivelón, Y nos queda el gigante arriba, y bueno, encima está lloviendo. No se ve nada, nos caemos, no morimos.
Incredible.
La puta madre.
Admire the view later. First, we must deal with
Del gigante. Obvio.
him.
Gigante con armadura, pero bueno, ¿esto qué es? ¿Quién sos? Gigante de las nubes. Vamos para allá. Te voy a golpear, pero no muy fuerte. Ah, que cae electricidad también. ¿Dónde está? Ah, que sale de abajo tierra. Mama, mama. Ya. Cuidado. Hace la misma, sale. Mierda. Uf.
For a fairy tale creature, that was one tough son of a wench.
I told you this land had gone ape mad, though I did not expect it to be so severe.
Pues sí,
Can't help
este
thinking
cuento se
you
fue a la
might have done
verga.
that on purpose.
Why ever would I have?
To get rid of your guard, your captor. Getting close to the exit at this point. Probably think you don't need me anymore.
Well, you're wrong. You still stand to be quite useful to me.
Sí, seguramente sí. Útil como.
That's so? How? Plan to use me like you did Detloff?
No, I need you for a purpose far simpler.
Pero bueno, pero bueno. Y se atrapa.
Don't just stand there and stare. I need a man, Geralt, and I'm not afraid to say it. I have no idea what awaits me once we leave this place. Treat it as my last
Bueno.
wish.
¿Qué demonios que se salga con la suya? ¿Por esto qué? Gerardo, esa opción. Pero bueno. Obviamente Gerardo caímos en la trampa. Caímos en la trampa, Gerardo, caímos en la trampa. ¿O no? Pero bueno, esta gente como le gusta, ¿eh? Claro, es que Gerardo lo hace arriba de un unicornio, o lo hace flotando en una alucinación de cuento de hadas. Este muchacho está muy loco, está muy mal. Me sirve, ¿eh? Coreografía, ¿eh? Pensá que hubo como... ¿Cuántas personas habrán estado animadas a esta parte? Increíble este juego. Este juego es increíble. Esto me va a traer problemas con el bicho, ¿eh? Estoy seguro, ¿eh? Voy a decir, hijo puta. Se va a enojar conmigo incluso el bicho. Ya lo veo venir. Vamos. Continuemos. No me robó, ¿no? Fíjate.
Just gonna go our separate ways? No parting words?
Did you wish to tell me something?
Actually, that'd probably be best.
Oh my. No woman's ever treated you this way.
Not that I recall, no.
In that case, at last you felt what so many women in this world feel at times.
Espero que este cuento tenga un final feliz.
I just hope this tale has a happy ending. For me, for you, for everyone.
That may very well depend on you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing beyond what you heard. For now.
Vamos.
Come. The exit's this way.
Increíble. Cine. La verdad que estamos teniendo un nivel muy alto de cine ahora mismo. Hace rato. Pues ya estamos a la salida. Perfecto. Pues ahora lo que nos queda es ir a ver al vampiro 1 versus 1 sin camiseta. ¿Puedo lootear a este bicho? Mi espada está a punto de romperse, loco.
Another will-o'-the-wisp. Just curious. Why do you want the heart of Toussaint and the ducal wine?
They were my right. My due.
Doubt
Okay.
we would have figured you out if you hadn't tried to get them. Know that, don't you?
I do. I regret nothing. One lives but once. Here, we need but jump into the well. You first.
¿Cómo? No me estarás... Voy a saltar, pero no me estarás troleando, ¿no? Me acaban de trolear. Pues me acaba de retrolear, ¿no? Pues seguro, hija de la gran puta. Me troleó tan fuerte, pero tan fuerte me troleó que se me cerró el juego directamente. Dijo, no, para, flaco, fuiste troleadísimo, flaco. Fuiste tan troleado que el juego se cerró. Dijo, no, flaco, te la hicieron. Adentro, crack. Literal, ¿eh? O sea, el juego agarró y dijo, para, flaco, que te fuiste a la mierda. ¿Por qué saltaste, loco? ¿Qué carajo, boludo? Déjame joder. Se cerró toda la mierda. No pudo con tanto, dijo, me cierro. Es que me encantan los errores de este juego, es me cierro. No hay otro, no hay... a mí no me tocó un bug ni nada, es el juego se cierra, dice, hasta acá llegaste, crack. Razonable. A ver, ¿dónde me guardó? Agárratelas también te digo. Supongo que ahí me habrá guardado. Esperemos. Si tenemos que ver la coreografía otra vez, la vemos. Bien. ¿Este lo tío? Sí. Vámonos.
Another will o' the wisp. Just curious. Why do you want the heart of Toussaint and the ducal wine?
They were my right, my due.
Doubt we would have figured you out if you hadn't tried to get them. Know that, don't you?
I do, and I regret nothing. One lives but once. Here, we need but jump into the well. You first.
¿Estás segura que tengo que saltar?
Witcher.
Bueno. Sí. ¿Puedo decir? Pero un bueno se cierra el juego. Ok. Bien funcionó, supongo esto. Mierda.
Portals in a fountain? Not terribly practical.
It was a secret passage. Henriette and I would use it to...
Hide from your goddess, which luckily she noted down in her diary, thus I knew where to await you. Never mind that. Has the young lady agreed to help clean up the mess she's made?
She has. And stop treating me as if I were a child.
Would you prefer I treated you like the lying manipulator you are?
A ver, sí, lo es. Luis, tranquilízate. Paren los dos. Ya no empiecen a pelear que no puedes ganar. Luis, tranquilízate.
Regis, what happened to your famous manners?
Apologies. I forgot myself.
Let's go. Really want to be done with this.
Sí, vámonos antes que sigan matando gente en la ciudad, loco. Se va a romper mi puta espada, loco. Yo tengo 3 puntos de experiencia. Por las colinas y el valle.
Nice place.
Isn't it? Offers a lovely view of the valley. On a clear day, you can see the outlines of done time.
Bien.
Is it, though? A ruin like any other, I think.
So sensitive. So aware. Honestly, what did Declav ever see in you?
Perhaps he'll tell you himself.
¿Estás nervioso?
Nervous?
It's always a bit nerve-wracking meeting an ex. Especially so when said ex is a vampire.
I doubt he'll be in
Sí.
the mood for jests.
I know. May I be honest? Yes, I'm nervous. I really would prefer just to run off. I gave my word I would help, I know. How much is that worth? Yet I owe him this meeting. And that is that.
Bien.
Let's
¿Se
get
escucha correcto,
ready.
¿vale? ¿Tienes
Deadlock
problemas?
will be here any moment now.
Bien. Uf. Pues la voy a proteger cuando venga. Es que si... Si la va a querer matar, probablemente si no puedo resolver friendly, lo voy a matar. Además hizo un quilombo en la ciudad, el loco. Uy, bien. Is here.
Sienna, I have a question I must ask you.
which bound us was a ruse.
Dead love. It's not that simple.
Oh no, it's very simple. You either deceived me or not. In forgiving you, I grieve. For now, we must part.
¡No! El lazo. El lazo. El lazo. Me gasté 500 monedas del puto lazo. No lo puedo creer. Bueno. Bueno, y me ayuda el otro. Bueno, se viene, El lazo que compré, si no, la rajan. Increíble, loco, este juego, la puta que lo parió. Quiere ayudar al Regis. Vamos. Uy, que... Se ha usado alcohol de alta radiación. Para recuperar todas tus cosas, claro, tiene sentido, no puedo poner. Dejen de hacer coreografía, déjenme ir a pelear, loco. No lo dudes. Cagaste. Cagaste, bro. Y cagaste, bro. ¿Cómo vas a dudar, mira? Te voy a tener que matar, flaco, lo lamento. Bueno, poco lo lamento. Espera, podemos hablarlo. Espera, tranquilo. Tranquilo. Es que mi espada está en las últimas, la puta la parió. 0%, es increíble. O sea que vamos a pegar menos, cuidado,
Didn't plan any of it. Show me what you got.
A ver qué puedes hacer, Fiera. Mierda. Se enojó. Bueno. Ok. Lo tengo. ¿Esto qué hace? ¿Qué es? ¿Es bueno o malo? ¿Qué es? Mierda. Malo. Puta. Es una explosión de mierda, cuidado. Oye. La armadura está rota. Pues me aniquiló la vida, el hijo de puta. Bueno, agárratelas nomás. Si me hacemos menos daño por la espada, loco. Bien. Uy. Esto lo salteamos. Vamos a pelearnos.
Didn't plan any of it.
Bien, transformate. Hace tu transformación especial de sim. Vamos a pegarnos. Cuidado. No, te da sí o sí, la puta que lo parió. Atrás. ¿Dónde está? No lo veo. Bien. La madre. ¿Dónde está? Para atrás. Mierda, ¿dónde está? ¿Cómo? ¡Mierda! ¡Caí en la trampa! No te la puedo creer. No, ¿en serio me hizo daño esa mierda? Cuidado, viene. Bien. Me morda, hijo puta. ¡Ojo! Pero bueno, esta pelea es una fumada fuertísima. Este juego es impresionante, loco. No pensé que iba a ser tan épico esto, loco. ¿Poco de fuego, crack? Ah, no, sin problema. Ah, eso tengo que romper. Sí, en las últimas, me muero. Sí, sí, me muero. Necesito tomarme el de lo que me desintoxica. Y me tengo que volver a tomarme pociones, Y tengo que romper esto, creo, pero claro. No me va a dejar este señor, evidentemente. Supongo que lo tengo que matar primero a él. Ok. Ahora voy y ataco esto. Puta madre. Bien, uno menos. Quedan dos más. Ok, tengo que hacer lo mismo. Bien, fuera. Puta madre, otra vez caí en la trampa. No en la trampa, pero... Mierda. Pero seleccionalo a él, la puta que te parió. Claro, porque se le desmarca porque... Claro. Eso es una cagada, ¿eh? Vamos a esta. Me muero. ¿Qué me dieron? Ah, me recuperé la vida, ¿no? Me recuperé la vida por la adrenalina, creo. Buena. cine, ¿eh? Cine terrible. Increíble, loco. ¿Está muerto esto? Rápido, mátalo ya. Haceme caso, viejo. Qué bien que compré la cintita esa, loco, en serio. Mátalo ya. Haceme caso, aniquilalo. Aniquílalo, aniquílalo. Cine, ¿eh?
Leave him to me. Be gone.
Te lo dejo.
I can't let...
I insist.
Ok. No dejes que se regenere, loco, ¿en serio? ¿Regis? Bien. Lo intentamos, Reggie, lo intentamos. Yo le traje a la minita para que hable, la quiso matar. Suerte que compré la cintita esa de la niña estafadora. Misión cumplida, señor. Taller desastre 2 semanas más tarde, perfecto.
My, what a smashing ensemble. You wear it well.
Shut up. I look like a twit.
The caftan is sewn of the best fabrics available, and according to the best tailoring practices. But one must have a modicum of taste to appreciate this. Even the most exquisite robes cover only deficiencies in beauty, never in refinement.
No voy a discutir sobre gusto, estoy acostumbrado a llevar prendas diferentes.
Usually wear something different, better suited to my trade. Got nothing against this particular outfit, though. Just don't exactly feel comfortable in it. And I despise formal occasions.
Nothing one can't get accustomed to. Now, be so kind as to stand still. All that being as it may, Toussaint's highest honor, the Order of Vitis Vinifera, demands appropriate attire. The Duchess cannot be expected to drape the medal on a suit of armor caked in mud. Palace protocol places enormous emphasis on
No voy a discutir eso.
virtuous tradition, etiquette.
Huh. A tradition which values appearances ahead of all else. Which calls for lordly, glistening triviality and misplaced generosity.
Ahí viene la filosofía.
Pensive, Regis. Not because they refuse to buy you a new outfit?
Hardly. It's the tone I ever adopt when I find myself pondering, which, believe it or not, happens quite a lot.
Sí, me doy cuenta que
Besides,
ocurre
I've
mucho.
no need for a new outfit as I shall not be attending the ceremony.
Why not?
Because unlike you, I don't have to. I shall begin to pack my belongings instead. I trust you'll join me later, once you're richer by a medal and a fascinating new experience.
Count on it.
Sí. Eso me suena de algo.
Ceremonies, medals honoring virtues, just keeps coming up.
I've had no reprieve either. And I keep thinking of the last great virtue, compassion. It's the one piece of the puzzle that never seemed to fit.
Mean you suddenly believe the 5 virtues theory, after all we've revealed?
It's not a question of belief, superstition, or old wives' tales. It's a conclusion derived through exercising pure logic. Siana planned everything in advance. Had we not stopped her, surely there'd have been a 5th victim. One the gossips would have associated with a lack of compassion.
Her plans don't matter now. Can't act on them. Ask the messenger who delivered my invitation to the ceremony. Siana's in the palace. Courtiers pressured the Duchess to lock her in a tower.
Do you care not a whit who else was in her black book? We've some time before the ceremony. We could still chat with that boot-cleaning urchin. He was the one to pass the victims' names to Detlef. Perhaps we missed something.
Podríamos ir a hablarlo. Me interesaría. ¿Cómo sabes que el limpiabotas entregó las cartas? Puede estar curioso esto.
Say anything about making deliveries when we talked to him. How do you know he handled the letters?
While you basked in glory and tried on new formal wear, I conducted a little investigation of my own.
Ok, me interesaría saberlo. ¿Cuál era la próxima víctima?
I began by concocting an ample supply of boot wash for our enterprising young friend. I'd observed that among street folk, amidst their society as a whole, reciprocity takes precedence over all other codes, and thus no good deed goes unrewarded. Of course, the same holds true for malicious or destructive deeds.
The letters. What's the connection?
When the boot black arrived to collect his bucketful, he hinted he knew more. Simply put, we'd failed to ask the proper questions when we chatted earlier. It took a bit more tongue-loosening, but ultimately he spoke. He admitted he'd handed Detlef the letters. He knew this information was valuable to me. In providing it, he was simply repaying me.
Sí, sí. No es mala idea hablar con el limpiabotas, no veremos así. Tienes razón, tenemos que hablar con el limpiabotas, vamos. No tiene sentido, seguiré investigando. Tiene sentido, vamos a hablar con el limpiabotas, vamos.
Check up on that. We'll go together, assuming we're done here.
I am done, yes. It lies in your hands now to see if you are able to present my handiwork at the ceremony with the dignity it is due. Or if you will first destroy it, crawling about the city's underbelly.
Promise to be careful.
Tengo la espada rota, tengo la armadura rota. Estoy hecho mierda. Ayuda. Poco después, a ver limpiabotas, a ver si nos puede dar algo de...
Swordsman. Good to see you. Here for a spiffing? Dirty boots are a stain on professional dignity, you know. Step on up.
Need to ask you something.
Yet again? Go on then. I'm a proponent of free speech and I will gladly tell you all I know. But why not get your boots shanked while we jabber?
Ok. Dale.
Guess they could use a spit and polish.
Then I shall take advantage as well. A friend of mine used to say boots should be as clean as the soles that wear them.
Clean boots, clean soles. A fine slogan.
Ok, niño. ¿Cómo va el negocio,
How's
niño?
business?
Well enough, I can't complain. Though it'd be even better were certain folk to sit down for a shine as they stood and chatted.
¿Recuerda cómo va, ¿recuerda las cartas que
Man in a
entregaste?
frock coat.
Falta una.
You passed him some letters, remember?
Why, of course. I'm young, got a mind like a steel trap, but...
If you're about
La
to
última
tell me
carta.
this information will cost me, forget it.
Olvídalo, te voy a dar un puñetazo, niño, ahora mismo.
How'd you get those letters?
Beggars brought them.
¿Por qué no lo
Why
dijiste
didn't you
antes?
tell us this before, when we first talked?
You didn't ask about beggars now, did you?
¿Quiénes eran esos
Beggars.
mendigos?
Tell us more about them. How many were there?
Why, 4. One for each letter.
Uno por cada
Just 4?
carta.
Sure you
Ok.
didn't get a fifth?
I can't count, you know.
Remember anything else? These beggars have anything in common?
What? Come now. Each was different. Some had mismatched boots, others had no
Otros
boots
no
at
llevaban
all.
botas.
Oh,
Niño.
I know. They all had no home.
Kid, my patience
Obviamente.
is starting to run a little thin. Now think hard.
¿De dónde sacaron los mendigos las cartas? ¿Te acuerdas de su aspecto? ¿De dónde sacaron los mendigos las cartas?
Where'd they get the letters? They pick them up? Get them from someone?
I don't know. They'd come, hand me a letter, and walk away. I asked no questions.
Geralt, allow me to ask a question. Listen, lad. I'll be glad to mix another batch of that boot shine for you. But you must focus now and tell us all you know. Where can we find the beggars?
Well, at the shelter, most like.
Where's that?
Everyone knows. It's just round the corner. Up those stairs, then right.
Ok, voy para allá, niño.
for your trouble. We must visit the shelter.
Vamos.
Look around inside.
Encuentra el refugio.
Bloody hell.
Carajo, loco, que sigue el juego es una maravilla.
Elsewhere, got it? This is a decent district. We need no filth folk bumming about.
Gentlemen, there's no need to raise your voice.
Hola, buenas tardes.
You? What do you want?
To talk.
Here, that's a waste of breath. We've tried it, only to tire our lips. We'll use other means of persuasion now.
Gentlemen, calm, please.
Either get out along with these flea-ridden vagabonds, or we'll toss you all out. Our patience is gone. This place is no longer a rank refuse dump.
Ok.
Scram! Decent folk live here.
¿Qué de malo en que vivan
The
aquí?
shelter, them living here, bothers you. Question is why.
Look, Ballard. Another defender of the poor. Fighter for justice.
Damn nuisance. We've our women and young folk living next door, when even grown men fear to walk past such rabble.
¿Qué chusma hay acá? ¿Te refieres a ustedes? ¿Ustedes son decentes?
Decent folk you mention. Mean yourselves?
Why? Do you doubt it?
Hell yes.
Hear that, Artois? He poking insults us on our own turf.
We should step aside, good fellow. My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute on his own.
¿Te tengo que pegar? ¿En serio? ¿No me conocen? Claro que no tengo los lentes puestos. A mimir uno.
Mistake.
A mimir otro. O no. A mimir.
All right. I can take a hint. Come, time to go.
I thank you so much for your aid. I tried to reason with them, but they'd have beat me blue had you not come along. I'm grateful. Immensely.
What did they want from me?
They are neighbors. Wish me to take my folk, the shelter, elsewhere. They dislike that I help the beggars. I do not oppose going elsewhere were we to have somewhere to go. But you've come with a problem, have you? My turn to aid you.
Correcto. ¿Qué es este lugar?
Place? Poorhouse?
You could call it that. They come here to rest and eat a hot meal.
You help them, why?
Because they need help.
Ok, sí, puede ser. Necesito
Need
información.
some information.
De unas cartas.
Looking for a man who might have mentioned the boot black in Rue de Garl.
The boot black. A feisty lad. I know him.
Sí, es demasiado vivo el hijo puta.
Ward's supposed to meet him recently or soon?
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so close that I would know. But should you wait, they'll all soon come for their meal. You can question them yourselves.
¿Estarán aquí todos los
Sure all
mendigos?
your usual beggars will be here?
They're not obliged to come, of course. But they rarely find a decent meal elsewhere. So, almost all in the area eat here.
Gracias, esperaremos.
Thanks. We'll wait. Nice of you to let us.
Ok, interesante que tengo que ir al festín, pero bueno. Esperáramos un ratito y en verdad unas horas después.
My dears, I've a matter to address before I serve the soup. These two gentlemen have some questions of you. Pay attention. Answer in brief. For if you draw it out, your soup will go cold, and we wouldn't want that.
Si no, voy a tener que cortar un par de cabecitas pobres si no
Recently,
quiero.
4 of you delivered sealed letters to the boot black. I know this.
¿Dónde está la quinta carta?
Does anyone know what the gentleman means? Go on, speak up. Romain?
Why should I squeal? We were all told not to mention the letters. We all swore.
You can tell me, Romain. You were given a letter and you delivered it, right? Good work, Romain. Thank you.
Sí.
Who else?
I got one too. Gave it to the bootblack. Freshie, he got one. But he can't tell you, as he's not here.
I still have mine. I'm to deliver it 2 days after the feast of St. Barnabas.
Dame la carta. Dame esa carta. La carta ya no te sirve de nada. Dame esa carta.
It's a matter of importance to the duchy. Hand it over, or I'll take it.
O te la
from
quitaré,
you,
así de sencillo.
plain and simple.
But I was to deliver it personally. Let no one else see it. That is what she said, and she was...
Me da igual que te haya metido miedo. Yo tiro fuego de las manos.
Who are kind and honest. These men helped me a short while ago. Helped all of us. If this individual threatened you, you need not keep the promise you made.
All right.
Dame la carta.
Take it. I didn't want to see the boot black anyways. It's always muddy there.
Ese sitio está lleno de barro, normal. A ver la carta. Gerardo el de Rivia. Carta que revela el nombre de la quinta víctima. Quiero leerlo. Quiero saberlo. Gerardo de Rivia, la...
Damn it.
¿Quién será?
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Well. I must say, even I did not expect this. This time you will see to our duquesa. It seems we underestimated Siana.
Ok, la duquesa tenía sentido.
Judging by this, Detloff was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Yet first
Mierda.
you must snap her neck. Puzzling.
¿Con esto se completa el rompecabezas?
Puzzle complete now.
Alas, the matter ceased to be a tantalizing brain teaser and has turned incredibly grave. We've proof of a plot to assassinate Toussaint's ruler. We've proof of a coup d'etat.
Sí. La última víctima es la
Duchess
duquesa.
was to be Detloff's last victim. Siana planned it from the start.
Indeed. The logical conclusion, Geralt.
4 seemingly random victims to start. The virtue's their only link. Enough to get folk talking about a righteous, vengeful beast. Obscured the victims' links to Siana, even as she had those she despised killed off one by one, leaving the Duchess for last.
Increíble,
She managed to fulfill her plan. None would have questioned the reasons. Most would have thought Anna Henrietta had died for her sins. She
Pero
was known to
pensándolo,
show a
o sea, ¿y de qué nos sirve
hard-hearted
salvarla? Bueno, va a
occasions.
estar en prisión ahora,
Ample
pero
proof
bueno,
of a lack of compassion.
Why would Siana murder her own sister? Out of envy? To take power? From an inborn penchant for evil?
Yes, and yes. All seem likely, and none are mutually exclusive. But if you'd like to know for certain, you could always ask her yourself.
Voy a preguntársela a ella. O sea, tengo el culo lleno de preguntas. Es que una idea, me encantaría conocer sus motivos.
Actually, love to learn her motives.
Buah, es que me encanta, loco.
Sometimes one should stare evil in the face.
Es algo en sí, hay que mirar al mal en los ojos.
She used my friend as her tool for killing. I believe I've every right to condemn her, but I support your lust for the truth. Some philosophers think empirical examination the sole path to knowledge. I believe you mentioned.
Qué bueno, loco, este DLC, en serio, la puta que lo
Courtiers were
parió.
insisting on a harsher punishment. Much harsher. Think Anna Henrietta had to protect her sister from a lynch mob as much as she wanted to protect her subjects from a criminal. One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded wing of the palace, awaiting trial before a court of law. I'd need to get past some guards to see her.
Nos vemos después de la ceremonia. ¿Vienes conmigo?
Coming with?
Of course not. I shall await you at Mare la Chaise-Longue. I'll not risk entering the palace after Detloff and his minions rampage.
Besides,
Ok, nos
I
vemos.
vastly prefer the company of a simple mug of mandrake brew to that of the Duchess's vile sister.
Me parece correcto.
Said straight up, it means you're going off to get drunk because you hate Siana.
I've never been fond of categorical statements of that kind, but I admit I could not vouch for my behavior in her presence.
She treated Detloff cruelly.
Caused his death in the end, and now this? Atop all that? No, Geralt. I will not go with you. I will await
Nos
you
vemos,
in the
crack.
cemetery.
¿Tiene sentido? Buah, movida opcional, habla con Siana. Bueno, señores. Bueno. Bien, tenemos que ir hasta acá. Que hay una misión para agarrar. Misión disponible. Bien, tenemos que ir hacia acá. Esta era opcional. Bien, podemos hacer viaje rápido acá primero. Sí. Ahora vamos a hacer viaje rápido ahí. Para ir a vender, para que el herrero me repare la espada, loco. Era por acá, ¿no? El viaje rápido. Vamos para allá. Después nos hacemos viaje rápido a la otra zona. Para ver si podemos hablar con ella. Mamita, loco, el plot. Bien. Vamos para allá. Luego volvemos hacia atrás. Hacemos el viaje rápido. Es increíble, este jogo. Con la tontería llego tarde a la fiesta, ¿no? Se hizo de día. Bien. Bien, venimos acá, le vendemos a este. Bueno, no le vendemos, no, que me repare todo porque estoy en la mierda.
Greetings. What do you have?
Repárame porque no tengo nada, loco. No, fiera. Bueno, ahora mismo no tengo equipada arma, pero bueno, por las dudas. Por las dudangas. No sé si tendría que llevarme las equipadas o no. En la misión parece que no, ¿no? Pero bueno, por eso vamos a ir así de momento. A lo mejor todo se torce un poquito, ¿no? Nunca se sabe. Vamos a hablar con ella. Quiero saber por qué. El why. La verdad, me interesaría. Opcional está marcado. Perfecto, vamos por acá. Para arriba. Espero que me dejen. Bueno, a ver si puede ir de mambo esto, pero a lo mejor me dejan.
Halt. Need to see Siana urgently.
In the matter of?
Quiero hablar con ella, así de sencillo. Es sospechosa de planear el asesinato de la duquesa.
New facts have come to light. Need them explained. Seems she was planning your Duquessa's assassination.
Ah, fine then. You're that witcher who solved the murders, no? Then you've my permission, but only for a few minutes.
Promise to be brief.
Okay. Uy.
The witcher will speak with the inmate. You can take a momentary break.
As long as it's truly but a moment. Highly irregular, this.
Buenas, crack.
Have you come to see how I fare? I'm fine, thank you. Artorius' ribbon worked wonders. It's a shame they took it from me.
I know who the fifth victim was supposed to be.
Goodness, you're simply a compulsive snoop. I'm in prison. Detlef is dead.
No.
Could you not just drop it?
Me gusta ir hasta el fondo del
Stop
asunto.
pretending you couldn't care less. I know it's an act, and it's really starting to wear. Why do you want to kill her?
For such an accomplished investigator to ask about the obvious? Come now, Geralt. Why do you think?
Porque te dio la espalda, se olvidó de ti. Porque le tienes envidia. Porque te dio la espalda, se olvidó de ti.
Because she turned her back on you, then banished all memory of you.
Bravo, Geralt. Yet another riddle solved, and your sick curiosity sated. Well, what now? Off to share your discovery with Anna Henrietta? No, she's no longer in danger, true. But she very well might add a little something to your reward.
Definitely gonna tell her. Not necessarily for the coin, though.
Then why do it at all?
She ought to know. If only
Para que tenga cuidado con
you'll
vos.
probably try to kill her again if she ever lets you out.
I probably will.
¿Alguna vez he pensado en perdonarla?
Perhaps, just for a second, you could stop dwelling on all the wrongs folk have done you and forgive her.
Why should I?
For old time's sake. You loved each other once.
Please. I don't know who fed you that rubbish, but...
Read your governess's diary. You played together, were inseparable. Henriette'd get you into trouble sometimes, sure. But there were also times she stood up for you. When you had nightmares, only she could calm you. Time eats away at memories, distorts them. Sometimes we only remember the good. Sometimes only the bad.
If she loved me so, why did she wash her hands off me? Forget me. Hmm?
Podría preguntárselo, era solo una niña. Podrías preguntárselo.
Don't know. But you could just ask her instead of sending monsters after her.
There's nothing she could say to change what she did to me, to justify it.
Maybe. But there's nothing out there to justify what you did to her and all Toussaint. Yet Anna Henrietta hasn't given up on you.
Ugh. You meant what you said in the Land of 1,000 Fables. You really want a happy ending to this story, don't you?
Sí, pero estás un poco loca. Va a ser difícil.
With all of us living happily ever after. Go, Witcher, or they'll give your medal to another. And that would be a shame.
Farewell, Siana.
Un placer, crack. Nos vemos. Movida.
Commander de la Tour would like to see you. Shall we go at once?
Vamos de una.
Want to see him too.
Increíble, loco. Increíble, señores. Mucho nivel yo.
Damien.
Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the ceremony?
No tienes buen aspecto, no, la verdad que... Podemos empezar. Sé quién iba a ser la quinta víctima. ¿Se lo dio? Uf, no sé.
Your face doesn't look good. Though it looked even worse last I saw you.
I apply a balm of arnica. Yeah, I hardly feel it anymore.
Es que esto, ¿sabes qué puede pasar? Es que se vuelvan locos y la maten, loco. Eso es lo que temo.
Got some important information. Anna Henrietta was supposed to be Detloff and Siana's fifth victim.
You are certain of this?
Completely. Found proof.
Inconceivable. How could she? The murders, the mayhem she brought down on the city, were they not enough? She sought to strike down her own sister, her liege. Traitor. I must alert my men. Enlarge the Duchess's honor guard. Make certain Sylvia Anna is closely watched during the questioning. I'll see to it personally. I thank you, Witcher, for alerting me, and I appreciate your attentiveness. Let's begin the ceremony. Come with me, the Duchess.
Bien.
In the Guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes, your enlightened highness all.
Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid.
Va a venir cada uno acá.
Thank you, Your Enlightened Highness.
Señor, córrase que me está haciendo perder el tiempo. Me toca a mí.
Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart.
Sí, bueno, no me apreciaba mucho cuando estaban problemas.
We shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Tucson's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, Slayer of the Beast of Beauclair, step forth.
Gracias.
We bestow the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire.
Gracias, gracias. Gracias,
May
gracias.
the symbol serve as a reminder to all that the Witcher shall forever remain a friend of Beauclair.
El último héroe en acción. Logro desbloqueado. Consigue que te concedan el orden de Vistis Finerva.
In more familiar terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition. I give you more than a dozen barrels of Son Real, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table. A gustatory experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
No. No, me siento muy honrado. Tengo malas noticias. Señora pretendía matarte. Entonces yo se lo comuniqué al guardia. ¿Y si el guardia está metido?
I am, and truly grateful, Your Grace. Sadly, I'm afraid I have to sour the mood. It's Sienna. She plotted to have you killed, Duchess. Planned to use Detloff. You were to be the beast's 5th victim.
This cannot be true. You're mistaken. You must be.
I have proof.
I do not believe it.
Ok. No lo crea, pero se lo advierto.
In a moment I shall speak to Sienna. Will you assist me?
Por
You
supuesto.
returned my sister to me, yet what you tell me now I find devastating. I've come to doubt that I can judge her fairly. I'd far prefer to learn you're mistaken, Geralt.
Increíble, este juego no termina
I'm
nunca.
not. In fact, I'd recommend you be particularly careful around her.
You exaggerate, Witcher. She is my sister. I know
Bueno,
well how to speak.
Ten cuidadito.
If my presence will help in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the murders which recently ravaged our fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour, show Sylvia Anna in.
Se puede ir esto a la verga. Cuidado, por favor.
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
Soy libre de hacer lo que quiera. La duquesa me pidió que me quede.
The Duchess requested I be present.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister. And my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Nor does it let me believe you You sought my demise. My heart yearns to know you were swayed by the monster Detlef. You yourself would never stoop so low. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
Sin duda, es lo único. No. Pero tiene motivos que le hacían sufrir.
Bitterness consumes Sienna. She had cause to resent many of the court of Beauclair. I know her reasons, understand them even. But I can't condone the actions she chose to take.
What is he talking about, Sienna?
You know exactly what. I was forcibly exiled, remember? To your benefit. You knew well the throne would then be yours, though I was the elder. The ministers I can understand. They'd hated me since I was a child. Thought me a poor prospect for the wife of a duke. I even understand our parents. I'd always sensed the problem. They simply feared me, for I dared to be free. That fabricated curse, it fell into their laps. A gift from above that brought relief.
Pero tú eso, ¿verdad? Es como, carajo. ¿Por qué no la fuiste a buscar ni siquiera? ¿Verdad?
Hurt most. You were my Honorietta, damn it. My darling little sister. Now do you understand, Witcher? She betrayed me.
Sí, lo entiendo, pero no justificaba toda la mierda que hiciste. Las dos eran unas niñas. Dices que compré todo lo que odiabas. A los que hiciste... dices que comprendes...
Claim to understand them all? Why'd you come back for revenge? Have them all cut down then?
They deserved my vengeance. They detested me, all of them, as long as I can remember. But Honorietta understood me. Once. She was all I could cling to. Her betrayal hurt the most.
Las dos eran unas
You were
niñas.
children then. You and your sister both had no control over what happened.
You're wrong, Witcher. She had control. Remember, dear sister, the day they banished me from the palace? Of course, I'd had the idea to pelt the Nilfgaardian envoy with fish bladders, which we filled with rancid suet on a lark, and which you set afire at the last to impress me, I imagine. And I admit, you did. Hit him right in his hideous bald patch. Never laughed so hard in my life. But when it came time to find the culprit, you said not a word. I took all the blame and all the punishment.
It's true. I did not stand up for you. I was too afraid.
The council was unanimous. They listed all my offenses. My flights from the palace, supposed acts of cruelty, inappropriate friendships. They cast me out, but you, the only one to understand me, you cowered in a corner, lifted not a finger to help. Not before, not after. You never tried to find me.
That's not true. I searched for you. Sent out knights, gathered tidings from without. You did not wish to be found.
También puede ser, ¿eh? Sí, sí.
Since the day you vanished, I have lived with the knowledge that I failed you. I'm sorry, dear sister. Can you forgive me?
Cuidado, ¿eh? Cuidado, que a lo mejor saca un cuchillo acá, ¿eh? Está loca, ¿eh? Mierda. Atentos todos, por favor, ¿eh? A la tradición. ¿O no? ¿No lo puedo creer? Lo hicimos bien. ¿O no? Ojo, lo hicimos bien, ¿eh? Pues la convencimos al final. La convencimos al final.
Perhaps for you, as you ducked out early, the others are probably just getting started. The drunkenness never ends in this quaint realm.
Ahora la cosa, ¿se podría salvar al vampiro supremo ese? Para salvar, es que no merece ser salvado igual.
Good in small sips.
Pero bueno.
How do you find my personal brew? Not too strong?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diabolus variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavor profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
Ahora mismo, a oscuras.
Decide to go root picking now? It's dark out.
Geralt. Even were I generously to assume it had simply slipped your mind that I am a vampire and thus need no light to see, I'd never believe you had also forgotten that you likewise have absolutely no trouble seeing in the dark.
So, eso es verdad.
Shall we?
Vamos.
If you think it's a good idea, let's
Excelente
go.
el final, loco.
I think
Qué
you might be
movida.
forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here, gloves.
Guantes para recoger mandrágora.
Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
Vamos. ¿Y esto? Ponte la máscara y el guante. Opcional, pues bueno. Pues si es opcional que me mate, ¿no? Haz de misión, ok. Si es opcional, que me muera, ¿no? Mierda, ya volver ahí. Y... objeto de misión, ojo. Nombre de la quinta víctima. Máscara, ¿no? ¿Era? Acá.
Oh, so dreamy.
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
No, I was thinking about, how anything can look interesting when properly lit.
Even an old necrophage corpse?
You've not an ounce of refinement in you, have you?
Acá esto. Y está por acá. Vuelve con Regis.
Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He's a vampire after all. Damn it, where'd you go?
Usa tu sentido de brujo para buscar al Regis. Acá hay huellas. A ver. ¿Regis?
Regis.
¿Regis? ¿Qué pasó?
Damn it, where'd you go?
¿Qué le pasó al Regis? ¡Eh!
Those Brucks say they called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, or...
Won't let it go, will they?
They will not. Fortunately, we've another rule, an unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink.
Movida. Poco después.
Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning, then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
I'm not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way,
Ojo. En la mesita de luz un regalo, ahora lo vamos a ir a ver.
Mind telling me what it is?
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
Sí, creo que echaré raíces así definitivamente. No estoy hecho para... No, estoy hecho para matar monstruos. Todavía no lo sé. Sí, creo que echaré raíces de así definitivamente. Es que no lo sé. A ver, no, estoy hecho para matar monstruos. Esa es la verdad.
No, just not the life for me. Sure, might stop by there occasionally, stay the winter, fill up on wine. But I'd rather keep moving. It's not a choice being a witcher. And once you are one, you're one for life. You can't just step off the path. Besides, plenty of work left for me in the world. Ghouls aren't gonna kill themselves.
Rather droll, isn't it, that each time we meet, something harrowing has happened.
Y esta vez fue algo bastante terrible, la verdad.
Not too far from here, if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while Blizzard arranged a walkabout. That sounds familiar.
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. That first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
It seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like mamoons and dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though.
¿A dónde irás?
What about you? Any idea where you'll go?
Distance is of the essence.
O sea, ver otro tipo de final. Creo que hicimos bastante, uno buenísimo, la verdad. O sea, se perdonaron las hermanas, supuestamente.
Why ever not? The Nilfgaardians are a modern society. None of their belief in vampires anymore. This fact alone could be very useful to one wishing to remain incognito.
Interesting point of view. I so don't feel like going anywhere. Sit here a while longer.
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
Tal cual. Juegaso, loco. Juegaso. ¿Que me estás mirando a mí para que tome un descanso? Está bien. Lo comprendo, Gerardo, tenés razón. Me tengo que tomar un descanso, literal, Qué viciada que le metimos a este juego, la puta madre. Qué viciadinga, loco. Impresionante. Las expansiones impresionantes, loco. Ok. Ve a tu casa. Por humilde que sea. Vamos para allá, ¿no? Vamos a ver qué carajo nos dejó. Bueno, podemos hacer un CP. Acá. Increíble, loco. Increíble. Ya tengo una misión más. Por humilde que sea. Vamos para allá. Juegardo, Juegardo, una locura. Ya en sí el juego base es una fumada y las expansiones son doblemente fumadas. O sea, la anterior fue increíble con el malo y esta fue también impresionante. Fue mucho mejor también. Increíble, Yo no pensaba que podía ser tan mejor, pero lo fue. Lo fue.
Master Witcher, some unknown individual barged into the residence. I resisted as best I could, but to no avail.
Who is it?
Alas, they did not do me the basic courtesy of introducing themselves.
A ver. Lo corto, Lo corto,
Unexpected as ever.
¡Ojo!
And beautiful as ever.
Won't you even ask why I've come? Or how I found you?
Witness a straight answer anyway.
Quite true.
It used to bother me, all your secrets. Now I know if you have something to tell me, you'll tell me. Don't need to ask.
I missed you, Geralt. Madly. Come outside.
Qué bonito, ¿no?
We can hold hands and stare at the sky. Like some shitty two-crown romance.
Bueno, lo que me pidas, también te doy la billetera si quieres lo que vos quieras. Ok, esto sí, ¿eh? No tiene final el juego. Trajiste muchos libros. Luego hablamos. Así va la mierda, chaval.
Not at all. These aren't grimoires, just pleasure reading. The name of the orchid. A widower for half a year.
Okay.
Always thought you too busy to make time for something as impractical as pleasure reading.
Because I was. But now I'm not.
Que bueno, esto es porque, claro, esto si lo jugás...
I know not what to do next. I have no plan. I have no goal. And you know what? I like that. Finally, I can stop thinking about politics and focus on what's important to me.
Qué bueno.
Which is why I came here.
Qué bonito. Esto porque, bueno, nos quedamos con Jennifer al final, supongo, del jogo. Voy a poner a cargar el celular. Y esto es porque estamos haciendo esta parte justo terminando la historia principal, ¿no? Tiene sentido. ¿Te gusta Tucson?
Liking Tucson so far?
The landscape's lovely and the towns are charming, no question about that.
But
the southern sun plays havoc with my wardrobe. To be blunt, wear black down here and you're pretty damn hot.
Sí.
To think about changing your color palette. Off-white and pea green, for instance.
And I'll wear scents distilled from turnips and daisies. I think I shall simply stay in the shade. And you'll bring me cool drinks. At regular intervals.
Me parece correcto.
Bring you whatever you want.
Tener casa es extraño.
You know, it feels kind of strange having a home.
I must say I never pictured you owning real estate.
It was something of an accident. But I'm
Sí, no me
not
quejo, la
gonna
verdad.
complain. Yen, back then, before we fought the hunt, said you wanted to run away with me to the world's end. This vineyard. Good enough?
Yes, although there's one thing missing.
Namely,
Dime.
I shall give you a hint. It's large, white, has 4 legs.
No.
Taxidermy.
No. Pero bueno, como le gusta lo que le gusta. Pero esto es increíble.
fine. You can bring it down here.
I knew you'd see things my way.
Bien, lo conseguimos, ya tenemos nuestro final feliz. Ojo, final feliz
Ever
conseguimos.
thought this day would come? Me and you, peace and quiet. Bees buzzing, birds chirping.
I almost regret delaying so long before coming to you. I was quite the silly goose.
You had doubts. I imagine it might have been hard coming after me. Always were proud as a peacock.
Please, Geralt. I'm not like other sorceresses to feel that following someone means wings have been clipped.
Ooh, watch what you say about your colleagues. Remember, it's an ill bird that fouls its own nest.
Well said, Witcher. You're not only handsome, but wise, too. I feel a bit like the cat
Sí.
of the canary.
De vez en cuando sí.
And I'm... damn it, you win. This time. How'd that start anyway? Our duels and wordplay.
Forgotten. It was at a vernissage in Bernard. You started it to keep from going mad with boredom. I remember finding your sense of humor both grown-worthy and somehow endearing. Never change, Geralt. I beg you.
Qué bonito. Qué bonito. Luego hablamos. Nos vemos, crack.
So, talk again later.
Of course. I'm not going anywhere.
Y se sienta ahí. Está cómoda por lo que se ve. Nos vemos, crack. Increíble. Increíble. Y si te quedas con Tris, que viene Tris. Supongo que sí. Tendría sentido, la verdad. Es mi señora, crack.
Sir, we received a shipment of wine from the Bellegarde vineyard, I believe. Kind regards,
Okay.
Madame Matilda and Monsieur Liam. I had the barrels
Perfetto.
unloaded and stored in the cellar to the right of the entrance.
Thanks. Take a look when I have a moment.
Splendid. I was told to expect a subsequent delivery.
Ojo espectacular, Bien. Adiós.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
Perfecto. Pues ya estaría, ¿no? Ah, me dejó, es verdad. Este hombre me dejó algo acá, supuestamente. En mi mesita de luz. Acá está, mira. Pues sí me dejó algo. Carta de Regis. Querido que tengo mucho que enfrentar. Tú sabes. Ojo, el mutagenerador. ¿Y esto qué es? Ahora vamos a probarlo. El mutagenerador, ¿qué te sirve? Para usarlo en alquimia, ¿no? Supongo. Para... A ver, ahora podemos... O quizás me sirve acá. Lo tenemos. De algo nos servirá. Supongo para hacer mutágenos y hacerte todas las mejoras de mutágeno. El tema es que no tengo ni experiencia para hacerlas, la verdad. O sea... Acá puedo convertir estos mutágenos así. A lo mejor puedo convertir un mutágeno de un color a otro. Puede ser, ¿no? Que sea eso. Y acá me dijeron algo en la bodega, ¿no? ¿Me habían dejado vino en la bodega? Pues no lo veo. Algo así. Por acá no. Acá. Lobo blanco. ¿Y esto que tendrán alguna pasiva o algo? La bebida esta, a ver. Esto es lo que hicimos de la otra misión, que no lo vine a ver. Regeneración de vitalidad, regeneración de vitalidad por cada enemigo eliminado en combate. Duración 30 segundos. No está mal, No está nada mal, la verdad. Pues bien, perfecto. No sé si me habrá dado esto, es para usarlo, a ver. ¿Objeto de misión será? Acá está, mira. A ver, mierda, se fue para abajo. Dispositivo para crear mutágeno. Se puede vender por 3.000 monedas de oro, Te imaginas venderlo. Totalmente desquiciado, con la percepción de la realidad alterada, venderlo, Claro, esto... A ver. Si yo vengo acá... Podría ser como... Claro, pasar un mutágeno de un color a otro. Claro, ¿no? Tiene sentido que sea eso exactamente. Después lo voy a ver bien. Porque bueno, ponerse todas las habilidades sería bueno. Lo que voy a hacer también es ponerme un bufito. Ahora mismo. Esperamos una hora. Y no nos quedó pendiente, no mucho. A ver si tengo alguna misión suelta a lo mejor, pero no creo. No creo que tenga alguna misioncita suelta, la verdad. Esto también. Bueno, nos quedó... Había una en la ciudad para agarrar. Había una misión, si no me equivoco. Pero no mucho más, Esto no lo equipamos. Perfecto, me equipo los lentes. ¿Algo más que me quiera equipar? No, ¿no? Ah, mi guante, loco. Estoy desnudo. Ahí va. Ahora sí estamos full. Vámonos. A ver, misiones. Creo que, bueno, me quedó una que era la del cuadro. Si no me equivoco, misiones principales ya no tenemos. Me quedó retrato del brujo. Obviamente me quedaron las del buen. Esta me quedó que bugueada, creo. Algún tesorito me quedó, ¿no? El de las cucharas y otros tesoros me quedaron. Y creo que en la ciudad había otra misión para agarrar. Podemos ir a agarrarla. Pero bueno, ya está finalizado el juego prácticamente. O sea, lo que me quedaría es, bueno, a ver, aparte de ver el resto del mundo, ¿no? Pues se puede ver el resto del mundo. Es que claro, tenés que ver todos los puntitos. Ojo que hay otra misión, mirá, esta no es la que marqué. Ahora voy, señora. Ahí me dice citas sueltas para hacer, El tema que, claro, ponete a hacerlas todas, ¿no? Mira, acá hay una, acá hay otra. Vamos. Quedan algunas cositas sueltas. Podría ser mañana algún día de finiquitar todo. Que hay otra misión también. Como podría hacerlo, ¿no? O sea, nos van a llevar menos de una hora hacerlas. Pero bueno, 1, 2, 3. Y nos queda esta que está activada 4. Después me quedan tesoros y ver todas las ubicaciones. Que probablemente haya alguna misión más en alguna de las ubicaciones. Una movida ir a verlas todas. Imposible, diría yo. A ver, no imposible, pero bueno. Un poco dolor de huevos, ¿no? O sea, bueno, acá tenés una. Y obviamente en el resto del mapa, olvídate que también me faltan un montón. Pero bueno, quizás las haga yo después de tranquis. Porque ya las principales secundarias ya las hicimos todas. Me vamos a la partida. Voy a dejarlo por acá. Maravilla. Este juego es cine. Es cine este juego. Completamente cine, loco. En serio, suerte que le di otra oportunidad para jugarlo. Y me encantó. Me encantó y las expansiones son una locura. Una locura. Esta expansión fue excelente. O sea, esta expansión se empieza a subir el nivel de que tiene un plot. Lo que hace el vampiro. La verdad que está muy bien, loco. La verdad que está muy bien. Acá hicimos un guardado justo antes de entrar ahí, así que perfecto. Hacemos un guardado aparte acá. Finiquitado el brujas. Veré si mañana hago esas misiones. Ahorita puede llevarla a hacerlo nada más. O si ya arrancó en el Persona 4 y lo retomamos, pues me quedó ahí pendiente. No sé cuánto le quedará, porque son juegos larguísimos. Pero bueno, veremos. Suficiente.